What's going on, guys? My name is Juan, also known as Lost Knight, and welcome back to Dark Days. This is Dark Souls 2 playthrough after many years of not playing this game, picking it up right where we left off. I'll try to remember to show the stats once in a while so you can see the build. And something I forgot to mention last time is that the reason I'm calling this Dark Days is I wish I was playing Demon Souls, so we could call it Demon Days, but it's for Demon Days for Gorillas. It's just a pretty sick album, so being Dark Days is just cool. And then one of my first playthroughs that I got into for this series when I was back in like 2011 was Epic Name Bro. He was the first Souls guy that I really followed heavily, and his playthrough of Dark Souls 1 was called Dark Days. So yeah, just a little homage, showing all the different cool things. We'll talk to you later. But yeah, so today we are headed into the Forest of Fallen Giants. Just starting it out pretty easy. Rocking the dual swordsman build. Then we gotta talk to the best character in the game. It's a cat. Oh my god.
Oh, undead are we? And one without much time remaining. Just about ready to fall apart, I'd say. Not exactly the time to be chatting with a cat. Well,
Dude, everybody makes fun of us. What's going on? We have no swag. Zero aura. So that cat ring is the only thing we really need
nothing.
from her. All the other rings are more for PvP items, like matching your worlds so that you guys can connect with your friends a lot easier. Yep. Alright, Forest of Frozen Giants. I think that's all we got for right now. Yeah, it's just the atmosphere of these games, man. Just the ambiance, the aesthetic. The combat and the aesthetic were the two things that drew me to the series heavily, It's just, there's a lot of atmosphere with these games. Slow door. Alright. And then I believe there should be a couple effigies in here. Oh, just one. Ooh, that was a little close. Get the homeward bone, the soul. Oh, hello. Alright. Forest of Fallen Giants. I don't think... So I've seen people play Scholar of the First Sin, so I kind of know a little bit. Oh jeez. Jump scare of the First Sin, dude. What the hell? Anyways. So I know a little bit, like I know this ogre is not gonna aggro. Not unless we get like in the water. I think the water is like the trigger, but yeah, we just got a couple hollow enemies. They're nothing to our dual wielded swordsman. So this is a problem we're gonna find with this area. Actually, as far as starter areas go, I don't know, Forest of the Fallen Giants is probably my least favorite. It's just it's not a bad area in terms of like the design and the way the mobs go and everything, but it feels like there's some very brutal combat gauntlets in between bonfires, you know? And that's kind of like a, I guess, a metaphor for this whole game. It's like it drags on, you know? Like this area, man, it's just, it feels like I'm trudging through mud, you know what I mean? But in a good way. Like it's very satisfying. I think that that feeling of satisfaction, you know, when you encounter the bonfire, like the one that's right here, and you go like, oh wow, there it is, right? But you could be a little careless. If you sat at this bonfire, all the enemies would respawn. So it's kind of like they're giving them to you, but sparsely. Sparsely? I don't know how to say it. Alright, so this guy, he's a little bit tougher than his buddy in Things Betwixt. He's a little bit more beefy, but the butt strap still works. You just need a tree, and uh-oh, there you go. That's why the tree is helpful. It prevents the leap forward when he does the grab attack. So, man, this is definitely gameplay right here. This is Dark Souls 2 is a video game for sure. Okay. So yeah, the enemy layout here and going forward, just in general, mobs, you know, this game is gang galore. So many different mobs this game can play. Too many, you know, it's like you're always fighting multiple enemies at a time, which is kind of, I don't know. I don't know that it's the best use of those assets, especially when it's extremely repetitive type of enemies, right? But we just started. We shouldn't be roasting the game this hard. Okay, so this is an area that's different already. So on the original version, there was a hide knight, and tell there's a lot of soldier bodies around here. There weren't that many, I don't believe. And the hide knight, if you beat him, he would always drop that hide straight sword. So it's like a cool, like, you know, you took the challenge at a low level and reward, right? Now, just enemy mobs and then some jackass up there that's throwing fire bombs at you. And the fire bombs track, so it's like it predicts where you're gonna be, which is some bullshit. Also, the fact that you start out with, ooh, almost got me good. The fact you start out with unlimited Estus, also is kind of like, bruh. Alright, let's go deal with this guy. Hello. Okay, now that's just rude. Oh. Forget. So the scimitar and the falchion, they used to have these wide sweeping attacks. Now they're very vertical, which is cool. I think it's more true to the weapon, like in real life. Um, but man, the tracking on the the vertical attacks is just trash. Nice. Oh, he's still alive. Wow. And then short sword. Great. So if you didn't have a short sword, now we got two of them. Right. Now you can see the red bar under my scimitar in the quick menu, the weapon on the right side. You'll notice the red bar is kind of low, and what that's signaling is that the durability is low on the weapon. So yeah, that's another thing. It's like these long gauntlets of enemies, but very frail weapon durability to where your weapons, I mean, we didn't rust up the other bonfire to prevent the respawn, but that means that our weapons didn't repair. So yeah, Dark Souls 2. But it's alright. We got this. Bam. My Jason Bourne. Oh, I actually got the backstab. He was already like halfway turned around. I'll take it. Hello there. Oh, dude, that move is some bullshit. And I hate that on the Bastard Sword, they don't really give the player a thrust, right? It's a, I think the one-handed, like, rolling attack, it's a thrust. But all the attacks themselves, like R1 and R2 and everything, they're slashes. Because, dude, thrusts in this game, counter damage, you get a lot of benefits out of it. But it's alright because the Claymore, which is another weapon we're going to be checking out, that one does have a thrust. It has a very powerful thrust. And I believe, we're going to cheese this guy, I believe the range is longer than the Bastard Sword. But, could be wrong. Alright. Now this area up here is not that crazy. It's a lot easier without that dude throwing fire bombs at you. Because when you guessed it, we got another little gank. And then we're gonna get a shield. We'll use some shields in this playthrough. We'll try not to rely on them too much, but the buckler, that's gonna be something we're gonna be using for sure. Alright, and then before we get in there, let's do this guy. He might aggro when you open the door, so you could not kill him and just open the doors, but then he'll be like right behind you. And this animation takes a while, so just playing it safe. And Forest of Fallen Giants. Wow, it's a trip. Millennium. So she has one thing that we are actually going to get. She has a few things, but right away when you get this key, this is going to unlock the blacksmith at the hub in Majula, which is where we're going to get a few of our next weapons, which is cool. So I'm not trying to use the short sword and scimitar forever, you know? And then, let's see. So I just want to demonstrate. the scimitar is pretty low. It's almost broken, so it'll give you a little warning, right? But if you do it again, there you go. Which is alright. I don't care too much about that weapon. Oh, crystal lizard. It's alright. We'll come back. Alright, so already noticing a pro on Scholar of the First Sin. They actually made a point for using torches. In the original game, they promised like this crazy lighting, like that looks pretty good actually. But the torches were pointless. Like you could see in the dark fine, you didn't really need them. But now it's like it seems you could get more use out of them. Yeah, look how dark it gets. Items over here. How do they get this wagon in here? And that's something else too, like Dark Souls 1, the item placement made sense. It was backed up by the area, it made sense where you found certain enemies. Here it's like some of it is good, but some of it feels kind of random. And I don't know, it takes me out a little bit. Alright. And we're gonna get the drop here. Very careful with this drop. A lot of damage. If you miss it, if you're low on health, it could very much kill you. And that's it for this little cardinal tower. So next thing is then down here. The true Demon Souls begins here. Yeah, so these thrusts are very powerful, especially with the stone ring. It's a guaranteed stun every time. And what's cool is, at least right now, we can stun the enemies out of their attack animations. So that's pretty good. Oh, Kursora hit him. Okay. I guess it has to be a slash first. Alright. And then I think we'll probably do the exploration of this area for the next section. We'll at least try to get the shortcut. Little hint right there that area is going to require some light with the torch brazier. And then here's an area where you're just like, oh my god, this place is fucking huge. It just feels so tedious. It's like when you gotta do your laundry, you know? This is what I mean by this area drags on quite a while. And these guys can actually explode the barrels. There's a shortcut we can get. I've never actually tried having him break the barrels. I think this might have been a bad idea. Oh yeah, this is a bad idea for sure. All right. Well, at least if he died, he gets the shortcut. It'll work. But we'll probably get it open and then call it here for this episode. Just need him to hit those barrels. Oh. Wow. Oh, I'm alive. Oh shit. Dude, run. Heal. Oh, damn. Alright. We'll keep it going next time. Alright, that works. That's a good little checkpoint. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you guys in the next Dark Days.